Well, we're just continuing on with the series. So I'm just drawing my next OC that I have, so part of the main four. Um, so this is my last one, for like the sibling series. This is Soul. I already did liner and sketch and everything for it. We're just coloring today. So hopefully that will be fun. So this is Soul. He is an only child, and I will get to his lore backstory later. I realized I didn't do too much for Lynn's lore, or the previous video. I didn't say too much about them, but hey, that's okay. I'll figure it out. I just have to pull up my Google Slides because it's in there. I do kind of know it, but then it's better if I just pull it up. So Soul, as I said, is an only child. He is the only one part of the main four who is an only child. Mainly because his parents are too busy to have another one. He's probably has the most amount of, I don't know if trauma's a word, but parent neglect. So the most amount of, yeah, I guess trauma or like stuff like that. Yeah. So as I said, all of my OCs have their like hobby, their artistic creative hobby, and his is music. So he plays a bunch of instruments, some that are, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but I believe his favorite is the guitar, because that's what I drew him with last time I drew him. Yeah. So again, I told you that Soul has like a little bit of parent neglect, I guess. Not because his parents don't care about him, they just are very busy and weren't prepared to have a child. At least that's how I think it would go. So he comes off from a pretty well-off families. His parents are both very wealthy, but because of that, his parents never really been into like what he likes to do, and never really cared about his passions, his hobbies, and whatnot. So they never cared what he liked to do. Yeah, and then occasionally the only time they really do talk to him would be during dinner, or like what I said here in this Google Doc. It says parent-teacher conferences, probably just because that's where they get the most amount of information from Soul. So due to this, he started to try to gain his parents' attention. And guess how he did that? By music. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, I've been coloring with the wrong pen. Oh well. That's okay. Looks pretty similar anyways. Soul began to play music for the attention of his parents, because he would be playing with cups and, you know, with different levels of water, because that makes sound. Don't ask me about the physics of that because I don't know, but I know that's fun. I've done it before. And like putting like straws in different like heights, cutting them up, and those make sound too, because vibration or something, I don't know. That was grade 4, I'm not gonna go into science now. But yeah, so he started playing with cups apparently around the age of 7. And because this would annoy his parents are trying to focus on work. His parents are trying to like be in meetings, you know, if it's online, or even if it's not, maybe their guests come to their house because they're pretty well off. And so this annoyed his parents more than anything, but it gained attention, right? It's a way of seeking attention. So his parents decided to buy him a digital piano. I think those are the ones where you can plug it in, so wear headphones and there'd be less sound or something. I think that's what I was trying to go off for. So not an actual like grand piano, but like a digital piano, so it's not annoying. And that's how it kind of shaped his music background, I guess, like how he got into music. Okay, that's his hair done. Well, almost. He, just like everyone, he has a streak of color in his hair. They all dyed their hair a little bit. And he dyed his purple. His color is purple. There you go. That's his hair. I do think his hair looks a little bit gray. I mean, I know that's the color I chose, but it's darker, it's lighter than I thought. It's okay. It's fine. I've been having to admire it. Okay. Next up is his sweater, jacket thing, his clothes. It doesn't really make sense, as you can see. It's like a sweater and then a jacket on top. I think I saw it on Pinterest or something, and then I just copied it, or something similar to that. He must be burning hot in there, though. Anyways, his sweater is orange. I like to think that it's basing off of Tao, because they're best buddies. They're good buds, and they probably just use their color to represent each other. So, he has an orange jacket, or orange sweater. Once he got that digital piano of his, he asked for a drum set. He looks like a person who would drum, I feel like, and just because he was bored, no other reason. He thought he might as well just pick up another like musical instrument. And so his parents bought it during his 16th birthday apparently, and he began to write his own music using his piano and his drum set. And then once Soul turned 18, he asked his parents if he could buy him a guitar for his birthday. But because, like, obviously, I feel like a drum set is very loud. I'm not a music person, so I don't know. But his drum set is very loud. His parents were like, yeah, no. We're not getting you any more instruments. This was a terrible idea. So they said, no. But his parents eventually bought him a flute, so he learned the flute as well. His parents bought it for him because he doesn't look like the type of guy to play a flute. You know, the piano, the guitar, the drums. Probably won't want to play the flute, but he took it seriously and actually learned how to play a flute, which is nice, cool, just really cool. So yeah. So he's just been wanting to get that guitar, and that's basically his main goal, I guess. Okay, and then his jacket is actually also black and gray, so do that. They're almost exactly the same color. Okay, I'll make it darker than his hair, slightly darker than his hair. Because Soul did not have the money and his parents didn't want to buy him a guitar, he decided to get his own money. However, I guess he doesn't have an allowance. I guess this doesn't really make sense, but I guess he doesn't get an allowance and wanted to get his own money. He decided to practice fighting, and obviously this is not like the best choice of way to get money and gain money and whatever, but this is how he wanted to do it, I guess. So basically he just taught himself how to fight. and got into these like mini like boxing or like competitions around the neighborhood. Um, and then started placing bets, right? Like with other guys. And then as time went on and his popularity grew, people around that neighborhood called him the Soul Hunter. According to my lore, the Google Doc. I don't know, I feel like that's really cringy, but hey, I wrote that down. So this got him to be quite busy. So he was out and about, he was exercising, I guess. And then once he had enough money, which is when he was 20, because bets I don't feel like that would get you a lot of money. So once he was around 20, he bought himself the guitar and was like no longer interested in fighting. He fought just to get that money. He was on that grind. So that's pretty much all of his background and his backstory. So surely there's some gaps, but like it's pretty good for my opinion. And the way since he started fighting is how he began to become part of the friend group he is now in. And I don't think he can trade it for the world because I feel like he belongs there. He should belong there. I made him in there. You better like it. So all my characters have their like rough ages, and he's roughly 24. I think he's the oldest one of everyone, but I'm not completely sure about that. Don't count me on that. I don't keep track of their birthdays or their majors and their age. I just wrote these down because it sounded fun. Character creation is fun, just not drawing them. So I put his birthday on November 11th. That's when his birthday is going to be. But I don't keep track of birthdays, so I literally only know their birthday when I open this Google Doc. And then every one of my main OCs, so Lynn, Hal, and Ano and Sol, excuse me, are all studying in university, and he's studying computer science. And we can get more into about his education a little later. I have like a lot of plans for like future streams. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for all that support. Like bro, I'm just posting Faz because like honestly I do enjoy playing Faz quite a bit. And I hate it as well. The jump scares are kind of crazy. Because it's been a while since I like last played. Like I think it's been a couple months since like I last played Faz. And then I started getting back into it during the summer. So it's kind of rusty, which is probably why I get scared so easily. But I feel like I'm also getting better at the game. I would like to think so. But I also forgot like a lot of the ghosts and what they do. But yeah, it's been fun. I can't wait to play more. So a little bit more about his personality, I suppose. I feel like you can already get it from the vibe I draw him in, the way that he doesn't really smile all too much. But he's blunt. He doesn't smile very often, and however, because of his neglect with his parents' care, he's very protective of the people that actually do love him, such as his friends. And whoever, I guess, took care of him growing up, if he had someone. And my Apple Pencil just died. We're gonna be coloring this with our fingers now. 2 seconds. We don't give up just because our Apple Pencil died. We keep going strong. We just color with our fingers instead. So Sol is observant. He's observant. I don't know what else to say. He's resourceful, spontaneous, direct, and independent. I feel like that describes him quite a bit. I'm not sure about resourceful and spontaneous, or maybe a little bit of spontaneous, but resourceful, I'm not sure. I mean, spontaneous, he literally went and decided to go learn how to fight because he wanted money. Like, I, I don't know, that sounds pretty spontaneous to me. But he kept at it. Well, now he knows how to protect himself and, I guess, his loved ones, right? Oops. Okay, well there's that. We can do this now. I love how I did one eyebrow and then forgot the other one. And then some of his, what I said, weaknesses, he's unapologetic. I feel like that describes him pretty well. Especially if it's a person that he's not very close with, and he does not care. He's insensitive. He doesn't really have a filter. But he also is reserved because, I don't know, because of the neglect he had growing up. He probably doesn't feel like he needs to talk about himself that much. So, his eyes are actually purple. I had to go look at that. I was like opening my phone and was like, what color is his eyes? His eyes are purple. Wacky enough. Okay, so usually how I draw eyes, I kind of explained in the previous video, but I start with the base color. It's purple. I draw purple. It's fine. Oh, I forgot to disable his colors. Wait, hold on. And then I go for a darker color to go on the upper eye because of the eyelash. And then I also use this color to draw in the pupil. It's gonna be really hard to do with my finger. I never color my finger. Okay. Then I choose a lighter color, so I go up. This. There's the lighter color, and I put at the bottom. That's like a highlight, or something like that. My eyes are very simple. Anyone can do them. They're not crazy. And then I go for a white, just for a dot. Oh, he looks too alive. But now he looks dead inside. Okay, we can go for like a lighter purple maybe, and then just... Yeah, that makes him look not as alive, I think. He's supposed to look a little dead inside, okay? Okay, and that's literally the base coloring. That was very fast because there's only one person. And then we're gonna go ahead and do my shading. And warning, I don't know how to shade. I don't care where the light is coming from. I just go for where I think it should be, and then I just go from there. Okay, so as I already said, his favorite hobbies is going to be music, and he plays 4 instruments: piano, guitar, drum, and flute. All of which I've talked about and how he got into those. I think his favorite is going to be the guitar. And that's me making that up right on the spot right now. But he hates animals. Or not hates, just not a big fond of them. He doesn't really like crowds, beaches, computer science, and studying. He does not like his major. He's in it because his parents are like, I don't think they are in computer science, but wanted him to do something good, I guess, and computer science. I think he'd be good at computer science, he just hates it so much. But he's good at it. I would like to think that's how I would think he's good at math. I think. And then he hates studying. I feel like that describes him perfectly. And then he likes his friends, obviously, and he, like, again, protective of them. Because they keep care of him, they, like, understand him, they understand who he is, and, like, is very patient with him. And then he also likes, again, he likes music, and then he likes books, he likes reading. There's something to that, because if you remember, I probably explained this somewhere down the line, but I have OC, Ano, who's also part of the main 4, and her creative hobby is writing. So she actually is an author of like a book, and then that is Soul's favorite book. Shocking. And that's how he got into books, right? After following Ano through her journey, I guess. And then, yeah, his colors are obviously the shades, so grays, blacks, and whites. Not really white, it's too bright, but grays and blacks, and then dark purple. It's not really dark purple, but the vibe is there. Okay, and that's pretty much all I have about like him himself. But I can also talk about how he got into the friend group, because I did mention that he got into it because of when he was fighting, I guess, to get money, when he was getting money. Okay, Soul got into this friend group with Ano. So it's originally was Ano and Lynn. They were best friends, childhood best friends. So it was just the two of them, and then it's just slowly started adding the guys into it as well. I feel like that's how friendship starts. And then so Soul got into the friend group because of Ano, or more like Ano's little brother, who I believe his name is Hito or Hiro. Hito, I think it's Hito. So her brother, I don't remember what was happening. Let me. My finger is not working. What? I can't color with my finger. Oh, there it is. Okay. I gotta change this iPad soon. It's not working. Anyways, they met through Hito, Ano's little brother, and basically he saw Soul fighting around and like, you know, messing with the guys, and then asked him like, can you teach me how to fight? At this time, Ano was in high school. They were all in high school. Soul was in the first. No, Soul took a gap year, but he's done with high school. It was either around those times, like Ano was still in high school. Ano's brother, so Hito, inspires to be like Soul. He wanted to learn how to fight. He wanted to learn how this and that. I want to guess that Hito was bullied as a kid. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think that's how it was. It's been a while since I wrote all their like backstories. But yeah. And then so Hito just pretty much started following Soul around and was like really inspired to be like him. Like Soul was his idol, I guess. Ano, on the other hand, became like really wary about what's happening, like what is going on. Like, why is my brother following this creepy guy who looks like he should not be here? Like, who looks dangerous, you know? Being an older sibling. And then as that happened, they became closer because I don't need to know who the heck this guy is. Let me see if I actually find if her brother was bullied or anything. I don't know if I wrote that down. He would fight the bullies off and then get bullied in return. So I think that's what happened. He was not a bad kid. I was kind of worried there. Did they make an OC a bad child? So that's pretty much all I have for backstory wise. I don't have much else to add. Unless I remember something along the way, but yeah, that's my OC. I know I didn't go as in depth with Lynn mostly because I kind of know her a lot more, but if you have any questions about them, I am free to ask. Even during my like gameplay streams, I don't even care. Just ask. And maybe I can also finalize details that way. As far as like plans with like streaming and gaming and all that, once I get a better iPad, I will try to stream art as well. It's just that's not readily to me because I can't connect my iPad to the computer for some reason. So I'm not able to do that just yet. But once I do, I'm thinking that would be in like 6 months though, but like I don't think that's anytime soon. But once that happens, I'll do that. Because I hate editing. Maybe I'll probably still make videos though, but I hate editing with a passion. But yeah. Right now it's just gonna be games as live streams. Hopefully that's okay. Oh my god, I can't get accuracy with this. Whoever like draws with their like finger is actually insane. Because I can never sketch with my finger. Coloring I can kind of manage because I'm just scribbling. But yeah, that's insane. If you draw with your finger, props to you. You deserve 5 stars. No matter how your drawing looks, it should be very, like, you just need 5 stars. I could never. Okay, so to the jacket, same thing. I don't really need to move it though. I think I have plans to stream soon, stream Overcooked soon, so look forward to that in either today or if that doesn't happen, which probably not, tomorrow or the day after, in a couple of days. I'm gonna stream Overcooked. We're gonna finish all the Kevins. That shouldn't be a too long of a stream unless Kevins are actually harder than I thought. Because we gotta get to the 4 stars. I have plans for them, but also I don't think it's gonna work out well because I don't know if 4 stars is even possible on single. Because like I'm thinking about like some of the levels I struggled with and I'm like, I don't know if I can get any higher than what I got last time. But I guess people can sit and be part of the ride. Maybe I'll make it more enjoyable. Is that it? I feel like he looks so plain. I mean, I guess he's a plain guy to begin with. But that's pretty much this guy. And then now we just have to add my signature. Or art watermark. It's not really a signature. But it could be. Alright. Well, that's it. Very simple artwork. Didn't take that long. Just shows you how I color again and then my shading process. I guess the thing that we could add is the highlights on, what was it? Okay. Oh, I did everything on the same layer. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. That was by accident. Oopsies. Oh, not that. We're gonna add some highlights to his hair. Okay. Something like that. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I can catch you in another stream, and I am so sorry for the music being, like, whack. That's my bad, but I'll make sure to not have music next time. Okay. Hopefully you liked this mini drawing session. Pretty short, pretty easy, nothing really happened, and I know that my shading was really rough, but my pen did die midway, so blame it on the pen, not me. Not an artist's fault. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I can catch you in a stream or something. See you. Bye bye.